land, real estate, assets, things that appreciate over time, and then let that fund your lifestyle. Now, the things, the fancy jewelry and all of this other type of stuff, that's cool. But first, you have to make sure that you invest in the things that support that lifestyle. Let your investments pay for your lifestyle, not the other way around. I read some very simple books in my lifetime before I really started deep diving into the more complicated subjects. And the one thing that I learned is that money, every single dollar, every single little dollar, this $1 bill right here. Let me blow myself up and give myself a little bit of shine. Every dollar is an employee. Every dollar is an employee. Okay? Didn't even know we was going to have this conversation. So this is what I need, right? I worked for this. I actually spent my hard-earned time, which is my true currency, for this thing that's not even worth the paper that it's printed on. I went to work for this. But what I need this to do is not give it to somebody else, because we've already heard the whole idea of how the dollar circulates for an extended period of time in a community. We don't care about that. That don't mean nothing. That's rhetoric. That's empty rhetoric. That's talk, because that's that whole community talk. I'm telling you to be selfish. Be selfish before you can be selfless. Okay? And so what I'm going to do, most people do this. They get it in one hand, it goes to this hand, and then they give it to the man. And this is what they say. I want to use this to pay a car note. I want to use this then to pay a mortgage. But when I pay that mortgage, we're going to go ahead and give 90%, 98% to the servicer of the loan. So this much goes to the actual servicer of the loan, whoever your loan is through. Let's just say Chase, right? This much goes to Chase. This much goes to the principal. But the whole marketing scheme of them saying, well, you own your own home, your name is on the deed, is the thing that they're going to sell you. When the reality is that when you bought that mortgage, I'm explaining it to you like a little child. The first 10 to 15 years of you paying it, this much goes to the servicing of the loan and interest, and this much goes to the principal. Just this, right? And so you do that with your money. You trade it in for things so that you can impress people that don't care anything about you. Now, I get mines, right? I get my new crispy, nice dollar, and I say, oh, I love you. I got me some money. And I take this little bit of dollar and I say, but you know what? Fuck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this much and I'm going to give this much to pay who it is that I need to pay in order to be able to survive. And I'm going to take this rest of this 90% and I'm going to put this to work. And not only am I going to put it to work, now I own it for life. That dollar, this dollar is my slave now. And forever, it's going to work towards making sure that it goes and gets me. Now it's going to bring me my hoes. This dollar is going to continue to bring me this. And then it's going to get me another one of these. And let me tell you what I do with my hoes, okay? I'm a pimp over these dollars. So now this dollar over time compounded wound up making me 10. So we got 11 left. Meanwhile, you still giving your little dollar up, your little 90, 98% of everything you got. You giving it to the servicer of the loan because they came out with a new challenger because you had to charge her last year. So 4 years ago, you still in the same position that you are. And your retirement and your investments and your net worth is actually probably about $2,000 more after about 5 years as a result of you continuing to pay the servicers in order to impress people that don't care nothing about you. Meanwhile, I stayed down for 10 years and then it completely continued to compound, and it went and got me more dollars, and then it got me some more fives. And then eventually, because I got all of these little hoes working for me at the same time, I got the one, now went and got me a bunch of other hoes, and now I got a whole stable. And so the stable is now bringing in tens. And then we going to use this in order to be able to support our lifestyle. Meanwhile, you over here giving away 98% of everything that you make to the federal government, to the people that service the loans, to be out here tricking on these hoes. You giving it to the women. You giving it to the family court. You giving it to the car companies. You giving it to everybody. And then at the end of the time that you do it, you got to trade it in. Somebody else going to make some more money off of you as a result of it. And you start the process all over again. Meanwhile, rich people is doing like this. And at the end of your life, you do like this. And then you got to go and beg the federal government to be able to support you. That's how money works. In a nutshell. That's how money works. I want all of my dollars to go and work for more dollars to ensure that we continue to run it up. That's it. You give your employees away that you traded your time in for. I put mine to work. It's as simple as that. It does not get any more simple than that, ladies and gentlemen, okay?